1 minute. Can this 1 minute pass? I'm ready. I'm ready. Oh, I'm so happy you are here. Okay, if you were with us yesterday, will you let me know in the comments? Did you fill out your personal health inventory? Let me know if you filled out your personal health inventory. I filled mine out. And if you didn't do it,
I
it's
filled
okay.
mine out.
You did? Good. Okay, cool. It's all right. Someone forgot, so we got to put the link in the comments. Hold on. Hold on. Look at everyone who filled their personal health inventory. Oh my gosh. Raise your hand if you learned something new. I am always amazed. I've filled this out 100 times or more, and I learned something new. All right, Rhoda, Clara, Stacy. It's okay, Jana. I'm happy you were here for part of it. Keely, that's okay. Oh, you've got a foster dog. That's okay. All right, welcome. Oh my goodness. Welcome to April Whole Health. Okay. All right. Well, sometimes we have the same challenge come up several times and we just keep working on it until we get it right. Cindy, I'm rooting for you. I am rooting for you to make one small change at a time, and I trust with time. Okay. All right. For all my whole health champions out there, can someone put a link to the personal health inventory? Because I have trouble multitasking and I didn't have it ready. I should have since I brought it up. All right. Don't mind me. I got to drink my. Here we go. Integrating the circle of health into patient care, employee health, and self-care. That is our theme this month, April Whole Health. Welcome. My name is Carla Caldwell. If we haven't met, it's so nice to meet you. I am the Health Promotion Disease Prevention Program Manager. It's a mouthful for South Texas. And I'm your host for April Whole Health. I'm so excited to be here with all of you. Today, oh, I am excited times 1,000 about today. Today we're going to walk the circle of health through a communication lens. And Jana for the win. Jana, thank you for putting the PHI. I really, really appreciate you doing that. Here's a big heart to Jana. Let me know on a scale of 1 to 10, how familiar are you with motivational interviewing and teach? These are science-backed communication skills trainings. 0 is not familiar, all the way to 10, I've been teaching it for years. Let me know where you're at. Ooh, we've got some high numbers. This is cool. And it's okay not to be a high number. I'm curious. Oh yes, Brian McCann is he's actually our speaker tomorrow. All right, so we have a variety. My goal for today, if I do my job right, you will leave with at least one way to improve your communication. Okay? That's the goal. So Lucretia and Letitia, I am so happy you are here, and today you're going to learn about teach and motivational interviewing. And if you get really excited about it, I'm going to share some ways to get involved. Now, I got a lot of messages yesterday. Where's the replay? Where's the handout? Please click on these links. Let me know if they work. This is where I put everything. And I already put the handout for today because there's a lot of information for today. And I want you to have it yesterday. Thank you for all the thumbs up. Maria, I would recommend to click on the lower three dots and then download and see if that helps. If not, just send me a personal message and I'll get you the personal health inventory. Okay, the links work. Good. Favorite them. Everything's in there. Remember, every day you're going to identify one thing to do for your own health and one thing to share with others. All right, that's the promise that we're working on. Today we're going to talk about why does communication matter? Why? For healing staff and veterans. We're going to talk about the intersection. I am so excited about this intersection between health behaviors, communication, and the circle of health. We're going to go over a few communication skills to empower and equip engaging our staff and veterans to act for their health and well-being. And then we're going to go over the resources. Joan, thank you so much for sharing the link. I appreciate you for doing that. Thank you. So I hope this is good news. Now, what I want to start with is why does it matter to you? We're going to start with you. Why does communication matter to you? What is it about communication that matters? What matters most to you? Okay, prevents confusion from Raquel. Connects. Yes, Jennifer, I like that. Positive outcomes. Creates deeper understanding from Keely. Respect. Builds trust from Courtney. Clear is kind. Oh, I love that, Michelle. Understanding. Okay, what I love about communication, I get so nerdy about communication because it's usually the problem and it's usually the solution. I don't know any other thing I could name that's usually the problem and the solution. Let me know if that resonates. Communication, usually the problem, usually the solution. Give me a thumbs up or a yes if you're like, yeah.
Yep.
I love hearing your voice. Yes. Okay, it resonates with Vicky. Andreka, yes. Talvia says, want to be heard and want to hear what is being said by others. Communication is pretty important, isn't it? So I want to talk about why is it important to you, your health, the health of our staff, and the health of our veterans. Let me know if you've seen this slide already. And if you haven't, I want you to look at it. Just take a little look-see and let me know what percentage of the time are you seeing the problems in the gray and the blue? How often are you seeing that with your community, with the veterans we serve, with our staff? Give me a percentage. Gina says all the time. Oh my gosh, 100% every day. Wow, this is high. Okay. Way too often. So we better get good, right? If we're in the business of healing, everyone in this room is in the business of healing. No matter what your role in the VA is, we're here to support the healing of our veterans. And we do that best by healing ourselves and our staff so that we role model it to our veterans. So we have to get good at this. And communication is one of the best ways, and we have the communication skills. When it comes to changing these behaviors, we need motivation and confidence. So let's keep that in mind. Every slide I share, let's keep importance and confidence in mind. This comes from the Teach curriculum and just shares why. Why is it so important to help with health behavior change for both our staff and veterans? It's when it comes to health behavior change, we absolutely need motivation. We cannot, historically, we have relied on telling people what to do and education, and that only works with emergencies, right? Surgeries. When it comes to chronic disease prevention and management, we need motivation. We need your motivation if you're the person working on your health, and we need our staff's motivation and our veterans' motivation. Education is still really important, but it must be linked with the motivation for us to get the best outcomes. This is just these trainings we have at all of our facilities. If after today you want to learn more, I want you to find your health promotion disease prevention program manager and get linked to these amazing trainings. Today, we're gonna touch on a few of the skills that I think are high leverage, easy to use. We can do more of them now. Yes, Cindy, we need to walk the walk, and Heidi, absolutely. We got to start here. This is the starting point right here. And there's a few new folks here today. I want to ask again, are you willing? Are you willing to start with yourself? Healing yourself first with our evidence-based tools that we have here at the VA so that we can role model that healing with our staff and veterans. If you are willing, again, type in the comments or say out loud, I commit. I commit.
I commit.
Thank you. I love hearing your voice.
I commit.
I commit.
I commit.
It's a serious business. I love it. We have really strong commitment. Okay. So with communication today, we're going to focus on three things: importance, confidence. If it's not important, you and I aren't going to change. If it's not important to our staff, if it's not important to our veterans, the change is not going to be sustainable. Confidence is the same. Confidence is the strongest predictor of success. If I'm not confident, I'm not likely to succeed. If my staff, if our veterans are not feeling confident about their plan, we gotta support and guide our veteran and staff to create a plan they feel confident in and taking action. Those are the three things we're going to focus on today. Our destination is whole health. That's our destination. That's where we're going. Those are our coordinates. And today we're going to talk about communication. So teaching, motivational interviewing, the circle of health. We're going to use that circle of health. Use the circle of health to support getting towards healing. And we're going to make sure we take into account what's needed for health behavior change, which is importance and confidence. When we look at the circle of health, what I love about the circle of health is that when you look at those 8 areas of self-care, the 8 areas of self-care are in alignment with preventing and managing chronic disease. They very much mirror our healthy living messages. So we can use this circle to have really productive conversations with ourselves, staff, and veterans about healing. Now, the goal for this is I want to recommend that you, after today, focus on one thing to work on. There's a lot in here. And I know the best results are obtained when you work on one thing at a time. And if you're new to all of this, I recommend you start here. I love these 2 high mileage questions. So something I like to say is our time is limited in healthcare. Give me a yes or a thumbs up if time is limited. Is time limitation a factor for you? Yes, I hear it all the time. Look at all these yeses. Oh my gosh, we're all feeling it, right? So we have to be strategic. We have to use our tools and be strategic because our time is limited. And instead of asking penny questions, like, how are you doing? What's going on? Those are penny questions. We don't have time for those. We have to focus on million-dollar questions that will elicit answers that help us to support our veteran and staff, given that time is limited. These are 2 of those questions that I think are absolute high mileage questions. When it comes to the circle of health, you can ask at any time, rate your, let's practice. Okay, ready? Just take a moment to rate your moving the body on a scale of 1 to 10. 1 being, I never move my body, to 10, I'm moving my body all day long. Where are we at? Okay, so we all have numbers. We just collected data from the most important place of all, you. And it doesn't matter. We're not here to compare our numbers with anyone else's. The only number that matters is your number. So now we've taken a baseline. We cannot manage what we don't measure. Next, we can ask this high leverage question. One small thing. Given your situation, given your reality, taking into account your life's circumstances, what's one small thing you can do? Give me a thumbs up if you can come up with one small thing you can do to move your body more. One small thing you can do to move your body more. Look at all these thumbs up. This is so exciting because in a short amount of time, you just collected data from the most important place of all, and you just identified one small action you can take. Please don't leave this here in this room. Take it with you. Take these questions with you out into the community. Ask your colleagues, ask your family, ask the veterans you serve. Teach them to begin to rate themselves so that they are mindful of what's happening inside. Help them build confidence in themselves because when you ask what's one small thing you can do, we can all come up with that. That's so empowering. That builds confidence. All right, let me know if that resonated. Give me a thumbs up or a yes if that resonated. Like, yes, I can do more of this. Me too. I'm excited. I'm going to do more too. All right, Gina says yes. Ursula says yes. Dawn says yes, 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 yes. So for today, let's see how many we can get through because there's 8 areas of self-care. But I already gave you the handout. Did anyone already access the handout? Let me know if you already have it. And if not, I'm going to give you the link again so you can get to it. Copy. Okay, Cassandra doesn't have it. Hi, Cassandra. It's so good to see you back. Welcome. All right, Roselle, not yet. Oh, I love that goal, Julia. Great goal. Okay, if you click on that link, that will get you the handout. We're on day 2. And the reason I want you to have it is because this is a working document. This is something that I hope you'll revisit. I really hope you'll work on one thing at a time. I do this myself. Remember, I don't ask you to do anything that I don't do myself. I do all of this myself too. Keely fostered dogs, so she walks more. I love that. Okay, so let's start with what matters most. This is, remember, we are walking the circle of health through a communication lens. So we're going to look at each area through a communication lens. And remember what we learned. Most of what we're managing is health behavior change. We need importance and confidence for the best success. We're going to look at the circle of health through that lens and come up with some million-dollar high mileage questions that we can ask our staff, ourselves, our veterans, so that we can all keep moving towards healing. The center. This is our North Star. This is what matters most. From this moment forward, I invite you to consider, if you don't know what matters most to yourself or to anyone that you are supporting in their health journey, start there. This is foundational. These are some great questions. Great questions to start with. And if you have a question you like to ask that's not on the slide, will you let me know? Because I'm always growing these handouts. If you click on the link there, I shared that with you because I thought maybe some of you would be curious to be connected to resources for each area of the circle of health. So it's right there, okay? What brings you joy? From Dr. Rochka. Oh, I'm so happy you're here. Hi, Jennifer. What brings you joy is a great question. And sometimes what matters most to you, I have found that question with some staff and veterans. Sometimes that's an intense question. And sometimes we need to ask it a different way. Like, why is your health important to you? Or why do you want to be healthy? And what brings you joy is an excellent question. Okay, so what matters most is your North Star. Oh, I love that, Cassandra. Thank you for sharing. Children and fur babies. Oh, Ursula, what makes your heart sing? That's a great question. I love that. Healthier means I could. Oh, Dennis, I'm there with you. Time matters. I think one of the best things we can do when we are working in groups with our veterans, with our staff, ask what matters most. It really humanizes everyone in the room. When I hear you say that being a Coast Guard mom is what matters most to you, my heart just melts because I have an Air Force son and that matters a lot to me. When I see, Jennifer, that your job here at the VA is what matters most, oh my gosh, I just feel so inspired and privileged to work with you. And when I see that Cassandra's children and her fur babies are what matters most, I get like a little heart hug from that because my kids and my coda matter to me too. Yay, Navy mom, family, health is wealth. So I think one of the best ways to support healing collectively, ask these questions and one-to-one. I encourage you from this moment forward, if you don't know what matters most to the person you are supporting, start there. Let me know yes out loud or in the comments if you're willing to start with what matters most.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. I love it. Thank you for those of you who are sharing what matters most to you. All right, so again, this handout that I've already shared with you is here to reference. I went through each area and added questions. These aren't just questions that I came up with. These are questions that interdisciplinary staff have shared work for them. They are, notice they're open-ended. They are high mileage questions because time is limited and we want to be focused. So notice how this is eliciting answers about importance, confidence, and what's possible to take action. I did want to, so you'll have this handout. There's questions for surroundings. Remember, these are all the areas of self-care. All of these contribute to our whole health, to our healing, to the prevention of the bulk of disease and managing the bulk of disease. Personal development is another one. Food and drink. Notice this is a little bare bones. That's why I wanted to scroll to this because I want to take advantage of the 200 experts in this room. What can we add to this one? This is for sleep, for recharge, rest, and sleep. What are some great questions that might elicit answers about what's important, about what's possible, about confidence, about understanding? Um, I will do my best. What activities help you reach? Oh my gosh. How does a good night's sleep make you feel? Yes, Heidi, I agree. Actually, I have seen the #1 challenge for veterans and staff is sleep. That's what I hear a lot of. What is one way you enjoy getting ready for bed? I love that, Heidi. What do you do that gives you energy from Jessica? Okay, I will come back and I will add these because these are high leverage questions and I bet you all want them. Just like I want them, you want them too, don't you? Joanne, that's great. What do you follow any routines with your sleep that support you? Okay, so I will add to this, even though you have the handout and I understand recharge, there's only 2 here. I'm going to add the rest of them. All right, we only have 2 minutes left, so I want to make sure, again, each area of self-care has questions that you can utilize. And I want to ask you if you enjoy this type of work. We have a call once a month, and I see some of you in the chat attend these calls. Communication Station, where we take one skill and we work on it so that we work on clinical scenarios, staff scenarios, so we can improve our integration of science-backed communication skills and support the healing of our staff and veterans. So click on that, click here for the invite if you are interested in doing more with communication. Tomorrow, I am so excited about tomorrow. We are going to walk the circle of health through a PACT perspective with Brian McCann. He's a PACT coordinator. He's a network whole health faculty member. He's an incredible person. He's still active duty. I can't say enough about him. He'll be here tomorrow. And I hope you will be here too or catch the replay. And I just want to end with what is one small thing you're going to take from today? What is that one small thing you will take from today to share with either a colleague or a veteran? What's that one small thing? Because we made a promise that we're not keeping this here with us, we're going to share. Whole health is the destination. I love that. Compliance with decisions. Focus on myself first, walk the right line, and be the influence. Jamie, I love that. Takes one small change to improve your life. Asking what matters most. Sharing the April playlist. Move. Yes. All right. Thank you all so much. Thank you for everything you do to serve our staff, our veterans, and our community. It's an honor and privilege to work with all of you. Happy April Whole Health. Thank you for being here. Bye, everyone. Thank you, Cynthia. Nice to see you here. Thank you, Barolanda. Thank you, Francesca. Thank you, Jessica. Thank you, Lindsay. Talvia, thank you. Have a good day, everybody. Wilkie, so good to see you again.